Fucking Radiohead. Loving the Radiohead. Man found dead after boat mishap.
Boating accident? Uh-oh.
Could happen. That can happen too. Summertime, a lot of people are boating.
Sure.
And you would be found dead after a boating mishap, right?
Certainly.
What else is going on in the world?
I'd hate to be found dead after a mishap.
A boat mishap.
You don't want a mishap being your demise.
It always implies something really avoidable and you're an
Yeah,
asshole.
you want it to be more impressive than a mishap.
Yeah.
Mishap.
You never want to die because of a mishap. You're
Man
so
dies
right.
in testicle-smelling mishap.
Steven Slater is a dick.
Yeah, he is.
Boy,
God,
this guy's,
I've turned on this fucking guy.
Everyone's turned on him.
All he needed was a little time in front of the TV cameras, and you realize, wow, this guy's just a jerk.
The jerk-off flight attendant that you hate.
Yeah.
He's a chode.
Chode. Haven't heard that one in a while.
He's a jerk chode.
You chode.
Oh, but Janine Pirro's going to give her opinion on it. Shut up. He's just a jerk. His story's falling apart, too, right?
I guess he initially said that cut on his head was because of the luggage or the altercation he got into with the woman before he pulled the chute and fucking jumped out. And now it seems that isn't the case. And he's not saying where he got that wound.
Yeah, no one's backing up his claim anymore. Eat, pray, love, or eat, love, pray. What do you do first? You eat first, then you do a little praying, and then you do a little fucking...
I don't know.
That looks horrible.
No, it looks good.
It's a chick. It's a chick thing. You know,
Total
we're not
chick
supposed to.
flick.
We're not supposed to understand that one. I don't think.
No.
Nah.
Did you not find it, Denny?
No, I got it now.
What happened was I did a goof review on Red Eye last Monday.
So can we hear the goof review before you do part 2 of this, Jimmy?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
I wouldn't object. By the way, here's the setup.
But you're setting it up by saying you purposely were doing a goof review of Eat, Pray, Love.
Greg had said to me, Gutfeld emailed me, goes, look, I would love you to be my Eat, Pray, Love correspondent. Because I'm so wrong for it. And it was before the movie had come out. I had obviously not seen the movie. So it was a goof segment that I was going to review the film.
And that's where the comedy comes in.
Well, let's hope,
the
guys.
comedy. All right, here's Jimmy goof reviewing Eat, Pray, Love. Everyone knew that.
On Red Eye last Monday.
On Red Eye last Monday. Oh, hold on a minute.
Nice, huh? It's sensuous, succulent, and life-affirming. And it opens this Friday. I speak of that movie, Eat, Pray, Love. It's a liberating tale of a woman's year-long trip to 3 far-flung countries of the world. The character, played by Julia Roberts, finds herself embarking on a search for pleasure, spiritual enlightenment as a way to find balance in her life. It's not just a travelogue, really. It's an empowering story of self-fulfillment. With me now is Jim Norton, our Eat, Pray, Love correspondent. Jim, by the way, thank you for becoming our Eat, Pray, Love correspondent.
Thank you for asking me, Greg.
Well, you know what? You were the first person I thought of because I think
should have been.
Yeah, you've been preparing for weeks for this movie, haven't you?
I really have been. I've been meditating on the toilet and puncturing my own testicles.
Yeah, really. Interesting. Now, the movie begins. She's a wreck. The Julia Roberts character's a wreck. She's bankrupt. Her wedding's over, and she just says, you know what? I'm going to get up and I'm going to leave. What kind of message does this send to American women?
It's important, Greg, because it says that no matter how lousy a wife you are or how bad an employee, how horrible you are with money, there's always time for a vacation.
Yes, exactly.
Just get up, go to Karachi.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, she goes to Italy, and you know what she does? She savors the simple Italian foods on her first date. She eats a lot of gelato.
She really does. And then there's that wonderful scene at the end where she's vomiting gelato and Jägermeister into a gutter.
Yeah, it's interesting, you know. A lot of movies wouldn't show that.
No, but they do, and then Eric Roberts comes over and overacts again. It's really a nice moment.
It's unusual, because they're related, yet they share a love scene.
Yes.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah, and yet he stayed here, and she went way up there. It's really comforting for both of them.
Now, she takes a language course.
She does.
Yes.
Through a series of wacky mishaps. She has to say, it's an emergency, where's the toilet, in 40 different languages.
Really? That's so beautiful, though.
Really
she does find the toilet.
Well, half the time she does, half the time she has to improvise, Greg. Hats, fields, whatever she can. Steins. Oh, that Julia. She's charming no matter what she does. A hole in the ice in Alaska. Oh, God love her.
She discovers yoga. She goes to meditate, and she approaches spirituality with skepticism, and then she's won over, isn't she?
She does. I was the first one to start clapping what she really did. Because I didn't know if she was going to overcome.
Yeah, you had no idea, did you?
Oh, it was heartbreaking, these yoga scenes, and I'm sipping my chamomile tea, and I'm lactating, and I'm thinking about my vagina and motherhood.
Yeah.
And then she finally realized what she was supposed to realize.
Yeah.
I don't want to blow it for everybody, but really, it was inspiring.
What happens at the end of the movie? I mean, I don't want to spoil it for everybody, but does she finally find her true love?
She really does. She goes to India, and she begins traipsing barefoot through the slums and falls in love with the smell of garbage and a man with one foot.
Oh, wow. See, it doesn't matter if you are missing a foot. Is that the message?
That is the message, because she holds up his good one, and she goes, this is going to go, too. And then she kisses it, and the film ends. She's marvelous.
Did you smell Oscar?
Oh, Greg, this is the finest film I've ever been forced to sit through at gunpoint. It really was wonderful.
All right. Well, you know what? We're going to close things out with a post-game wrapper from TV's Andy Levy.
And that was obviously
Dude, fucking hilarious,
thank
first
you.
of all.
Obviously a ludicrous review of a film I had not seen.
And someone took it seriously on their blog?
Well, before she's a
Why would you
blogging-
take that seriously?
What happened to feminism? Like, I guess they were always a little take themselves too seriously, but I would love to get her on the phone. Her name is, what's her name, Danny, the one who wrote that? Not even to yell at her, but I really don't want to, Sarah, I can't. Sarah Arboleda. I would love to just talk to her and go, like, how do you not understand that the comedy, whether you thought it was funny or not, that's a subjective thing, but it was in the ludicrousness of the review.
Yeah, it was obvious a comedy thing.
It's like in The Jerk, when he goes, damn these glasses, son, and Steve Martin points at them and goes, okay, I damn thee.
Yeah.
That's a ludicrous thing to happen. It's not ever going to happen.
Yes.
So maybe Steve, if he's listening, can we look for her?
Yes.
So what did she write there, Jimmy?
I don't have it for
I have her on the phone from Australia.
She wrote, oh, it's long. I don't want to read the whole thing.
Where's the part?
Can I have it printed out? I'll say I have no desire to read Eat, Pray, Love when it was a book, and I have even less desire to see it now that it's been made into a film. So she has not read it or seen it.
Okay.
I was content to argue that my lack of interest was because, for whatever reason, the film just doesn't appeal to me. But after hearing comedian Jim Norton's sexist review of the movie, I'm beginning to worry that it has something to do with the stigma attached to lady films, especially lady films in which the lady in question is trying to find herself, not just get a man. And then she goes into her favorite film of all time is Stand By Me. I would really like to edit this. And then at the bottom, she bashes... fuck. I don't want to just paraphrase because I don't want to rob what she's. I'll have to read it. I can't.
All right, so we'll have to go back to this, I guess.
My favorite movie of all time is Stand By Me, and while I vehemently argue that it's because the film is so perfectly encapsulates the moment of childhood right before gender really starts to matter, I also admit that I hated explicitly female counterpart now and then with a passion. We already know that female comedians are absent from the big screen, but what about dramatic actresses? Is that female protagonists are less interesting, or just less interesting films are typically made about them? I know that this is hardly a groundbreaking argument, but Norton's comments infuriated me, if for no other reason than because he seems to suggest that a woman's spiritual journey of self-discovery is frivolous, irresponsible, and worst of all, boring.
It is boring.
It is boring.
Shut it.
But what annoys
Coming
me...
from where we sit.
But this is, again, her... I don't have the agenda this chick does.
You were fucking around.
A movie about self-discovery, regardless of gender, is boring to me. And for her to assume that it's because it's a woman, it made her angry as a woman. Wow, that's real female empowerment. Have a great sense of humor. Then she goes, first, there's Norton's completely unoriginal misogyny about the unimportance of a woman's self-discovery. And it was like, you dummy. To think that that was about a woman's self-discovery being unimportant when I am making fun of the film I haven't seen.
Yeah.
And then she goes into the chamomile tea and the lactating line. Yawn, we get it. Women's films are boring.
Oops.
There was more. I'm sorry. There we go.
Okay, yawn, we get it. Women's films are boring and they're all about emotions and junk. Where were the guns? Where were the nameless hot chicks? And it's like...
At my house.
If you only knew the kind of films almost every film I love does not have nudity in it, you dummy. It's like she's annoyed about a movie review of a film, a book she has not read, a film she has not seen, about a comedian that she obviously knows very little about. And she's not doing it in humor. She's seriously angry. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And it goes on, and I don't want to paraphrase it.
On and on.
But it's just like, that's what you deal with. Like, what happened to fucking... Feminists just annoy me. I've never met a funny